What if the only thing standing between you and financial freedom is your imagination? What if you've been working harder, trying more, pushing further, and all along, the real power wasn't an effort, but an assumption? You see, Neville Goddard believed that the moment you imagine a desire fulfilled and feel it is real, the universe begins to rearrange itself to bring it into form. Today, you learn exactly how to apply his principle of living in the end and finally break through the invisible barrier that's been blocking your wealth. Neville Goddard wasn't your typical motivational speaker. He wasn't selling hype. He was teaching metaphysical truth, a truth that reveals the deepest layers of your mind as the true architect of your reality. Among his most powerful teachings is the idea of living in the end, embodying, feeling, and assuming that your goal is already achieved. Sounds simple, right? But here's the challenge. Most people don't know how to do this consistently. They visualize for a minute and then spend the rest of the day doubting. In this video, we'll break down how to truly live in the end financially and how that shift in consciousness changes everything. Have you ever tried affirmations, read books, followed manifestation routines, but still felt stuck financially? Maybe you're working a job you don't love, or your business isn't growing the way you hoped. You've got ambition, intelligence, and drive, but something feels off. That's because most people approach wealth from a place of lack. They say, I want to be rich, but inside they feel broke. They visualize abundance, but stress about bills all day. This inner contradiction sends mixed signals to your subconscious and to the world around you. Neville's method doesn't just tell you to think positive. It demands that you become the version of you who already has what you desire. That's living in the end. So what does it really mean to live in the end? It means to occupy the state of consciousness where your desire is already a fact. Not someday, not hopefully, but now. If your goal is financial freedom, then you must feel and think from that place, not towards it. Imagine what your morning would look like if you already had more than enough money. What car are you driving? How do you feel walking into a store, knowing you can buy whatever you want without checking your bank account first? How do you speak about money when you already know you're secure? This is not wishful thinking. This is mental discipline. And when sustained, it reshapes your beliefs, actions, and external outcomes, sometimes in ways that defy logic. Let me give you a real-world example. A man named Eric worked in a sales job that he hated. His dream was to own a marketing agency. He had no clients, no savings, and no contacts. But he started applying Neville's teaching. Every night before bed, he would imagine signing contracts with high-paying clients. He would feel the gratitude of seeing his business name on his emails, hearing his wife say, "I'm so proud of you." Weeks went by, then months. One day, a stranger at a networking event mentioned needing help with marketing. Eric took the job, then a referral, then another. Within a year, he was fully self-employed. Did it happen by magic? No, but his inner shift created new thoughts, new behaviors, and aligned him with new opportunities. That's the true engine of manifestation. Inner reality first, outer reality second. Now here's where most people fail. They visualize but then doubt. They feel great while meditating, but spend the rest of the day checking their account and stressing over money. They assume wealth in the morning, but speak scarcity in the afternoon. Neville warned that this mental instability disrupts the process. He said, "You will not see it when you believe it. You will see it because you believe it. You must remain loyal to your vision, even when nothing around you has changed, even when you're in debt, even when clients aren't calling, because your persistence in that state of consciousness is what moves the unseen forces of life. You can't fake it once. You must live it until it becomes the new normal." Here's a simple but powerful exercise. Every night before falling asleep, enter a relaxed state. Then replay a short scene in your imagination, just 5 to 10 seconds long, that implies your desire is fulfilled. Make it specific. Maybe it's you getting a text from your accountant saying, your investments just hit 7 figures. Maybe it's your spouse hugging you saying, we're finally debt-free. Repeat the scene nightly. Feel it. Believe it. Soon, your subconscious accepts it as real and begins guiding your thoughts, habits, and circumstances to match it. You won't force success. You'll attract it by becoming the version of you who already lives in the end. You've tried the struggle. You've tried the grind. What if your breakthrough comes not from effort, but from assumption? You don't have to wait for the world to give you permission to feel abundant. You can grant yourself that permission right now and begin living from the reality you choose. Neville Goddard's secret wasn't about getting more. It was about becoming more. So I ask you, who are you once the money is already there? Step into that version now and let the universe respond accordingly. You see, most people wait for external evidence before they give themselves permission to feel successful. They wait for the raise, the deal, the inheritance, the miracle. But Neville taught the opposite, that your feelings create facts, not the other way around. The moment you decide to feel rich, regardless of the numbers on your screen, is the moment your vibration shifts. And once that shift occurs within, the outside must conform. Because the world you experience is only ever a reflection of the state you consistently inhabit. Think about this. Every wealthy person you admire once had to imagine a life beyond their current reality. They had to believe in something no one else could see. But they didn't just wish, they assumed. They carried themselves with confidence, clarity, and calm, even when circumstances looked uncertain. That is the essence of living in the end. It's not about pretending. It's about being so convinced of the outcome that the present moment bends to your assumption. It's a psychological and spiritual posture that rewrites your identity. If you're still doubting whether this works, ask yourself this. What's the alternative? Continuing to hustle with anxiety? Living in survival mode? Constantly reacting to bills, deadlines, and fear-based choices? That mindset only creates more of the same. But once you commit to becoming the version of you who already has what you want, your actions change naturally. You take risks with more confidence. You speak differently. You attract people and situations aligned with that new identity. The shift is not just mental, it's magnetic. Now imagine you applied this principle not just once, but daily, with intention, emotion, and belief. Within weeks, your energy would recalibrate. You'd stop second-guessing every financial move. You'd wake up feeling powerful instead of panicked. That's a true reward of living in the end. It's not just about money. It's about peace. It's about knowing in your bones that you are the creator, not the victim of your life's outcomes. And once you truly know that no external event can shake your foundation again. And yet, as powerful as this concept is, many people still struggle to quiet the inner noise, the self-doubt, the scarcity programming, the generational fear around money. That's why additional support tools can amplify your transformation. We live in a time where technology and spirituality can work together. And when they do, they create breakthroughs at the subconscious level. Tools that speak directly to your inner programming, helping you bypass resistance and accelerate results, are not luxuries, they're necessary. That's where energetic alignment becomes essential. Because sometimes the reason manifestation isn't working is not that the method is wrong. It's that the energy behind the method is off. If your energy field is clouded by doubt, fear, or unresolved trauma, your thoughts and intentions lose clarity and strength. Before you can fully live in the end, you must clear the static. You must return to your natural aligned frequency, where abundance flows without resistance. That's not a mental shift. It's an energetic one. To assist with that energetic reset, many are turning to tools like vibrational sound therapies, brainwave entrainment, and chakra harmonization techniques. These approaches bypass the analytical mind and go straight to the source, the subconscious. They rewire the inner frequency you project, which is what actually attracts the reality you live in. When your inner frequency aligns with wealth and certainty, your external life becomes a mirror of that inner abundance. And that's the secret most people miss. It's not just about thinking differently. It's about being different energetically, emotionally, spiritually. When your nervous system is calm, your beliefs are aligned, and your focus is clear. Wealth is no longer a pursuit. It's a reflection. You stop chasing money, and money starts gravitating toward you. That's the natural law of vibration. And it all begins with your willingness to shift within fully, intentionally, and consistently. But sometimes rewiring these deep internal beliefs requires more than just repetition. Sometimes you need a tool, a spiritual code, to break through layers of conditioning and unlock a deeper frequency of abundance. That's where the 8th chakra code comes in. This isn't just another manifestation tool. It's a guided system that helps you activate your higher self, the version of you that already lives in alignment with wealth, clarity, and divine purpose. Through a series of powerful sound frequencies and subconscious activation sequences, the 8th chakra code helps you bypass resistance and embody your true prosperous identity. If you're ready to stop wishing and start becoming, click the link below and access the 8th chakra code now. Thousands have already used this to collapse time, manifest money, and transform their internal state. And now it's your turn. Don't wait for the world to change. Change the world from within. Activate your abundance, align your energy, and finally live in the end with the 8th chakra code guiding the way. Your next reality is only one decision away. Make it count.